Okay, and with the canter pose, I basically want to stay in the same rhythm. So I've set them up that's kind of my normal rhythm, if you like. I'm going to try and just make sure I'm on that rhythm. Canter pose are there for me to teach to get my stride right as well. You know, you can still be working on seeing a distance when it's not a jump, you know, so that's why canter pose are good, because if you get it wrong, it's not the end of the world, you know. Again, 2-point seat. Good. So I always think to myself when I've done a line, I think, right, what could I improve? What could be better? For me, there he drifted a little bit right on the last one, so I'm going to try and keep him straight. Open my hand. Okay, that was rubbish. Oh, my fault. Oh. Okay, that was rubbish because I wasn't really on a good enough rhythm. Landed a bit short. I had to press him to get the 3, so it wasn't level. So I'm going to try and be more level. That's better. Good, okay, he's straighter, but I'm letting him change legs there, so again, I think to myself, right, how can that be better? Right, make sure my leg aids are clear to him, stay on your rhythm, leg aids clear. Good, better, better. There's always, I always feel there's always something we can be doing better to improve the problem, you know. So you've always got to think, you know, I'm always trying to improve myself, improve my writing, think, right, what can I do better there? How can I get him to understand what I want more? Straight, straight. Not too bad, not too bad. You can maybe stay straighter in his body, drifting a little bit right. So, a bit more right leg, a bit more contact. Rhythm, rhythm, rhythm. Better. Good, good boy. Good. Okay, that's good. So maybe I want to just put a few things together there now. I'm going to do my canter pose. After it, I'm going to do a transition back to trot. Make sure my transition's nice, forward into trot. I'm going to do 2 sets of trot pose. And then back into canter, back into the rhythm, because the trot pose can break the rhythm. So I'm working on a few different things with this exercise now. Kind of getting a bit more complicated and putting something a bit harder together, challenge myself, challenge him. So transition, trot, forward. Think about my reins. Open my hand, 2-point seat, good boy. Sometimes when we come canter back to trot, then the trot's a little bit too quick, you know, there's no harm in doing a little half halt, make sure the horse is listening, and then up into canter and then forward in the rhythm. Good, really good, really good. Good boy. Okay, that's really good. So I'm going to change the rein, do the same on the other rein, because I felt the other rein was maybe not as good as that one actually, so do that again. Okay, transition back to trot, forward. Good. If your horse is rushing after the trot pose, you can do a half halt here, which just checks the pace, and then forward again. Good. Good boy. 2-point seat. Good. Think about my transition. Leg aids clear to him. Up into the rhythm. Keep him straight. Really good, really good. To trot. Good boy. Good boy. Half halt. So I'm working on everything in this exercise. Working on my transitions, working on my reins, thinking about my 2-point seat, thinking about my rhythm, thinking about straightness. You know, so there's a lot to think about. Good. All right, I'm really happy with that. So, you know, if he wasn't doing it great, then I'd just keep doing it. When he is doing it well, he's doing everything I've asked for him. I'm really happy with how he's done that and how we've finished. We've finished on a better note for me than when we first had our problems. So for me, that's him today. And I don't think you can ever really have a time limit on when you're riding them. You know, it's like you gotta make an improvement. That's what I always feel. That's what I'm trying to do when I get on my horse each day. I try to improve something, you know. So, you know, work on my weaknesses, work on, you know, for me, it was the straightness there. And then in the end, the straightness on the canter pose was so much better. His transitions and everything, bringing in the trot pose as well, was pretty good from the off, to be fair. So, pretty happy with that. If it wasn't as good, I'd maybe do it a few more times. Feel an improvement, and then when you do feel improvement, whether that be 20 minutes or 40 minutes later, that's kind of how long I would kind of stay on them. And then if you have had a hard session one day, then you take them for a hack or something, you know, give them a couple of easier days but still keep riding them obviously, and then maybe go back to it again and try and improve it again.